Good day, guys. This is Arpin Tulane here, the author of two very successful books in forex trading and the founder of Euphoria FX. If you've never heard of Euphoria FX, this is Euphoria FX here. As you can see right here, it says Euphoria FX here, right here. It says Euphoria FX. Maybe you just came across this video. You can go and check this page for yourself, and then there are other videos which I have done, because this is just going to be a continuation of what I've already started, right? Let me not waste any more time in this, but continue with the mission of the day, right? I'm basically going to continue with teaching the basics of forex trading for free. You'll bear with me, guys. This thing comes to me naturally. I do not have anything planned up. I do not have anything planned out at all. I'm just doing it as naturally as it comes. In the last video which I did, which I believe is part 3, right? So this should be part 4. I was talking basically about how we actually make money. And just to recap, I said, just like in Lotto, right? In Lotto, what you'll not basically do is you'll go and bet that the bonus ball will become as high or low, right? And the problem here is, if I bet with 1,000 rand to the upside and then things come out as low, then I lose the whole amount, right? But I was showing you that in forex trading, it's not like that really. In forex trading, instead of losing the whole 1,000 rand, I can manage to stop my losses at 800, and then at 200, then I keep 800. Can you see that? Just sorry for that. I was just burping. Excuse me. But yeah, let's just continue. But I showed you that in forex trading it doesn't work like that, right? I showed you that in forex trading you make money the more price moves in your direction. Meaning, if you went in with 1,000 here and then price keeps going in your direction, when it comes here you find you're at 1,100. When it comes here you're at 1,000 150, and then let's say here you're at 1,200, right? But then it then goes against you, it goes up, meaning you go to 1,175, like that, right? So the more it goes in your direction, the more money you make, and then the more it goes against you, the more money you lose, right? Here you are winning as it goes. But we are saying this because when price was here, you predicted that the price was gonna go down. So the more it goes in your direction, then the more money you make, right? But then how do you then determine where price is going to go? What is it that people do? What is it that people use to determine where price is going to go, right? And then I'm just going to show you a very simple thing, right? Which everyone here can answer, right? So let's say we have a room here. Let's say we have, here's a room, right? There is the room, right? And then here at the top we have what we call a ceiling, right? And then here we have what we call a floor, right? So guys, here is a room with a ceiling and this is the floor. Let's say if I take a tennis ball from here, there's a guy here. This guy is called, I don't know, maybe Tulani, right? This guy decides to throw, he's holding a tennis ball. If he throws this tennis ball to the top, when it gets here, what's going to happen? It's going to bounce, right? You'll hit the ceiling and then bounces, right? And then when it comes down here, what is it going to do? It's going to hit the floor and then go up, right? So now, when price comes back again in this same level where it bounced previously, what is it going to do? It's going to bounce, right? Then after it bounces, so this can continue for as long as there is momentum, but you know it will eventually stop, right? But it could also bounce here like that. And let's say this was let's say this was around 2 meters from here, right? Let's say the distance here is actually 2 meters. So in essence, if a ball goes up 2 meters and then suddenly turns out of nowhere, right? This, where it turns at 2 meters, it should tell us that there's a ceiling here. It should tell us that there's a ceiling here. Meaning the next time, if I throw a ball again to the upside, I expect it to do what? To turn right where it turned previously. Because you know, if it wasn't for this ceiling which is here, the ball would have probably continued going up. But if the ball then comes and turns here and then goes down, it tells us something about this level at 2 meters. It tells us that, look, we actually have a ceiling here. So when we throw a ball again, when it gets to 2 meters, it will then bounce again. And it's the same thing if the ball was coming from the top, when it hits the floor, it will bounce, right? Let's say this is at 0 meters. So when it comes again, if we saw it bouncing last time, when it comes again here, what do we expect it to do? To bounce up, right? It's the same thing, which this is one of the simplest way to determine where price is going to go in forex trading. So what you basically do is you see price was going up, and then remember our example, we use USD ZAR, right? If it comes and turns at 18 rand to the dollar, and then it falls to whatever amount it wants to fall to, when it comes back to the same level, I can then predict that it's gonna turn here. Why? Because I saw it turn here. When this turn happened, it told me that there is a ceiling here at this level. There was a ceiling. Can you see that? So if I see price coming back again to 18 rand and there's a ceiling, then I can assume that we have a ceiling. So when I see price coming here, I will then predict that, you know what, from here, price is going to fall. Can you see that? So what do? I check that, oh, price last time went up, and then when it got here, I saw it turn. So when I see this happening, I know that if there was nothing here at this level, last I said it's 2 meter, right? I know that it would have probably went to 3 meters or so, but it actually turned. So if it's turning here, it tells me that we had a ceiling here. You can even see when it turns, it went down with so much force. Then it tells you that it actually had so much strength here to go further up, but it failed, meaning there's a ceiling here. So price then comes back again, guys. When it comes back to this same 2 meter, what do you expect it to do? To hit the ceiling and then fall. Can you see that? So all I do in forex trading, what you want to look for, remember, we'll still go to the real chart, but remember I said to you in the other video that here represents date and time. So, and then here we have what? The price. That's why I was writing the 10 rand, 11, 12, and so forth, right? So with time, last time on a certain date, it turned here, and then it went down, and then again, when it comes back here, then I can predict, I can come here with my 1,000 rand and then predict that, you know what, from here price is going to go down. And when you do that, you will find that, oh, indeed price is going down. And the more it goes down, you find yourself, by the time price gets here, you've made yourself another 1,000 rand, and then you are at 2,000 rand profit. But when price was here, where you decided to bet, did you just bet blindly? No, you didn't just bet blindly, but you looked at what price did the last time it was at this level, which is maybe, for instance, here, 18 rands to the dollar. Can you see that? So it's the same thing. If price was going down and then I see price bouncing off here, if there was no floor here, price would have continued going down. But then what we see is, no, you know what? When price was here at 10 rand, it turned. So I know the next time price comes here, if it turned here last time, it says to me there's a floor here. So the next time I see price coming here at 10 rand, then I can predict that, you know what, we have a floor here. And what do you know, at the floor, that tennis ball will bounce and then go up. So if I open, when I want to go into forex and trade and bet, right? Remember, I'm still showing you as gambling, right? If I want to go and gamble, I'm not just gonna blindly go anywhere and then predict where price is supposed to go. Because what if I just come here and say, you know what, price is going, it's gonna go up, but look at what happened. All of a sudden, it just turns, right? So I'm not gonna just go anywhere and then assume. I look for clues. The market will always give you clues. The market, remember, we're talking forex trading, right? Forex trading, we also call it, what we are dealing with is the market. We also call it the market, right? People will tell you the market is rough, it's not friendly, whatever. It's fine. That's the experience. Do not be afraid of that. I'm here, I've got you, right? So now, guys, when you see this, then I can come with my 1,000 rand and then bet. What am I going to bet here? Am I going to bet that it's going to go down? No, I won't do that. I saw what it did last time when it was here. So it told me there's a floor. So when I see it at the floor again, I'm going to bet that it's going to go up. And then it goes up. And then when it gets up here, I make my 2,000 rand. When it was here, you find I made 1,100. And then as it keeps going up, I see money is growing. As it keeps going up, money is growing. And then before you know it, it gets to a point where I want to take my profit. And then I'm like, you know what? I see the last time it was here, it turned. So we have a ceiling here. So here I see it turning again. It should turn to the downside. Then I take the profits I made. And then you know what? I'm done for now. I'll see this trading stuff again. I take my 1,000 rand. Then I go and enjoy it. Buy whatever I want to buy. I'll wait for another time when I see price at the ceiling or at the floor, right? You all got that, right? It's such a simple thing. It's too basic, right? But what I was teaching you here is, look, you do not just blindly decide where price is gonna go. It will leave you. I said, what will the market do? It will give you clues. It will give you clues. So yours is to look for the clues, and I'll show you more. Don't worry, I'm just showing you the basics. I'm still gonna go deeper and to show you how, what's happening and what. But yours is to look for the clues, and then you can say, okay, price from here is gonna go up or down. Can you see that? So that's how you get to know where price is gonna go from here. There are many other techniques, but this is the first one which I'm showing you, just so that you can be confident that we are not gambling. There are things which I'm going to show you which will make sure that you are not gambling, but using what? Clues. And from those clues, you make money. So, and one other thing which I'm not sure if you noticed, it means that price, I'll have to wait for the price to first create the ceiling to show me that there's a ceiling. Meaning anywhere here, I'm not gambling. I have to wait for price to show me the ceiling. And then once there's a ceiling, I again have to wait. And remember, here we're talking time. We're talking dates, different days, right? Meaning it's going to take time before I can get an opportunity to bet. So meaning you are not going, can you see as it's going down, it's taking time to go down to the floor. So meaning we are not making money every minute. We are not finding these ceilings and floors every minute because it takes time to get to the ceiling and show you that we actually have a ceiling, and then it goes down. That's when you know, okay, there's a ceiling because it bounced and fell. And then again, it will take time to actually come to give you an opportunity to say, you know what, I know what it did last time when it was here, it fell. Then it's time to bet. Can you see that? So what did I show you here? I again showed you that, look, this is not a get rich quick scheme. It needs time. It needs patience. You have to wait. Then money will come. So cheers. I'm going to leave this video here and then see you in the next one, right? Awesome.